Hello? No. Why can't you see me? You can't see me yet. Why? All right, we're having technical difficulties here. Can you hear me now? Gotcha. Is it loud enough? Doesn't seem loud enough. Or is it because your volume is low? Gotcha. Okay. So I've got my daughter over here testing things out for me. So I'm going to keep looking over there every once in a while. I am Jennifer. I am the current owner of Creations by Jennifer. I'm doing this video because I want to look into something I saw on TikTok. I am sure many of you have seen these ribbon roses that have been all over TikTok. And I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to sit there and buy the materials for it, try it out, and see what the whole craze is about. So I did. Actually, Jackie, can you hand me one of those roses? Mm-hmm. I did 2 of them. I did one 6 and I did a 12. Thank you. Mm-hmm. So compared to an artificial rose, they're actually quite prettier. I don't know if you can tell the difference. About the same size, but a lot prettier than the plain artificial rose. Before I actually sat there and went out and bought all the materials, I went on to Etsy and I thought, okay, how much is this selling for? To my amazement, you can shut that off now. To my amazement, these were selling anywhere between $20 and $80. I told myself, I was like, there's no way. There is no way that anyone is making a profit out of these. So what did I do? I went out to the store and I bought the materials to make them. I ended up spending, and I calculated all of it, I ended up spending $114.36. $114.36 on these roses. Then I sat there and I went back on Etsy and I saw that people were selling them for 20, 40, 60, 80 bucks. And I'm thinking to myself, what in the world is going on? There is no way these people are making a profit off of selling these at 40, 60 bucks when I spent $114.36 on it. So then I broke everything down. I was like, okay, I didn't use all the glue sticks. I didn't use all the wooden dowels. I didn't use all the ribbon. I broke everything down. So this actually cost me about $27 to make. That's a little more reasonable. But when you're sitting there seeing people selling them for $20, $40, $60, what are they making off of it? Then I sat there and I thought to myself, okay, what's your worth? What are you worth? You have these beautiful flowers that took me 6 hours to make. 6 hours. First time making them. I'm sure as I maybe get to making them a little bit more, I can cut the time down a little bit. But you figure 6 hours to make. How did I get those 6 hours? Well, technically speaking, the whole arrangement didn't take 6 hours. The roses itself on the stems took 3. So you figure you have 3 hours. 1 hour to build it. That's already 4 hours of your time. 1 hour for the trip to the store, depending on how far your store is. Luckily, I have Michael's, Joann's, and Hobby Lobby within 5 to 10 minutes from my house. So I really don't have to drive that far to get to the store. So 1 hour to go to the store. There's your 5 hours. If you're shipping it, you need to go to the store to get your box, to get your shipping materials, to the post office. So that's another hour, give or take. That's where I said it's 6 hours just to make, don't mind the butterfly. I wasn't sure whether I wanted the butterfly on there or not. 6 hours just to make and ship one of these. Now remember, like I said, I have all my papers here. It cost you $26 to make this. If you are selling it at $20, what profit are you making? If you are selling it at $40 on Etsy and it cost you $26 to make it, that's $14 for yourself. Etsy also has a charge. So let's say it's a $5 charge. You're making $9. $9 for your bunch of roses that you spent 4 hours making, plus the trip to the store, plus the trip to the post office. Does that make any sense to you? Why are you charging $20, $40, $60 on roses that need to be more? Are they gorgeous? Of course they are. But if they're that pretty, why are you only charging that much? So I went ahead and calculated things yet again because I couldn't believe all of it. So if you have a job, let's say as a cashier, which I was a cashier at one point making $11 an hour. At 6 hours that I've put in of my time, that's $66, right? So shipping, cost of shipping, you have to buy the box. You have to buy the material for the shipping. You have to buy the label. Let's round it to $15. So we're at $81. Let's say your Etsy fees are $5. You're at $86 already. Plus your cost of material, which is your $28.50 for your one, because you're not going to charge $115 when you didn't use the whole $115. So you're already at $114.50 that you should be charging for your 6 flower bouquet. That's what you should be charging for it, $114. So the cost of all of it, remember, was what? $114.36 just to make this. So by charging $114 for this, granted, I just kind of use tissue paper and clear wrap, so it's not as pretty as the other paper. By charging $114 for just this, you've already made the amount of the materials, everything you paid for. So you're not losing. You're not gaining, but you're not losing. But then what do you have to buy? You don't have to buy the glitter again because you already have the glitter that you added there. You don't have to buy the glue. You might have to buy some more glue sticks. You're reinvesting maybe $20 or $30 into making this again, which you've already charged. Because remember, we charge the $28.50 for our materials. So charge your $114 because that's what it's worth. It's not worth 20. It's not worth 40 or 60. It's worth $114. You are worth $114. And when that person pays $114 for your roses, you pull that $66 out, because that $66 is your pay, your $11 pay per hour. If you want to sit there and pay yourself $14 an hour, go ahead. Pay yourself $14 an hour. I sat there and I looked around at the prices, and like I said before, 6 roses, $20. 24 roses, $125 with a tiara. This one alone cost me about $120 to make. So if someone is selling this, a dozen roses with a tiara, for $125, what are you thinking? Like, honestly, what are you thinking? 7 roses, $25. I'm going to tell you something. Stores never have sales that are 50% off. At most, you will get 40% off. But for the sake of the video, let's do 50% off, right? So our materials were $28. So $14. You spent $14 on your materials to make this one. Okay? You're selling it at $20 on Etsy. What are you making? Because Etsy has its fees. So you sit here and you're selling it for free because you're not paying yourself. I pay a mortgage. I don't know about you all, but I pay a mortgage. Y'all pay rent. Y'all don't live for free. Could you imagine you make, let's say a profit of $2 for these? $2. Your rent is $2,000. Let's say, I don't know, you live in high-class California. Your rent is $2,000. How many of these at $2 profit do you have to sell every month, every single month, just to make your rent? Think about it. Now, that's for all you crafters. Now, to all you customers, do you want to sit here and buy $114 worth of materials, have leftover materials just to make this? Is it worth your time, your frustration? Because I didn't get this on the first try. I've got my trash can next to my bed where I was making these. I made 2 or 3 of these before I figured out how to make these. I wasn't going to give up because I'm not a person to give up. But as a person who wants to do it, let's say for your wedding, is it worth it to you to spend $114 in materials to make this? Not 6 hours. Because you're probably going to get frustrated after the first, second one. You're going to throw it to the side. You're going to walk away. You're going to sit down, have a glass of wine, do something. Because you know you will. You'll come back to the project maybe a day later, maybe 2 hours later, maybe a week later. You're going to try it again. You may get it on the second try. You may not. You may just sit there and go, you know what? Screw this. I'm setting it aside. And you'll go on Etsy. Tick, 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 tick. And you will find that person that's selling it for the same cost of your materials. $114. And yet, the crafters on Etsy are selling it for $20, $40, $60. What are you guys doing? Like, honestly, I don't know if I have any crafters out there watching this video, but what are you doing? And I'm not sitting here talking to you like I have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about. I started a business from ground zero, from my home, and I brought in a little over $40,000 in 5 months. And it was not profiting $2. $3, $4, $5 off of roses. What are you worth? And to the customers, what is your time worth? Would you rather spend countless of hours trying to figure this out, wasting your time getting frustrated, getting mad at your kids or getting mad at your husband or fiance because you can't figure it out? Or would you rather pay someone to do it for you? They are pretty though. I'm not going to lie. They're gorgeous. Especially these white ones. I don't know if y'all can tell the glitter on them. I can. But they are gorgeous. Ooh, I just dropped my $114. Look at me. So, is it worth making? I think they're gorgeous. I honestly think I full-heartedly, between the artificial rose and this guy, oh yeah, I most definitely would go with this guy over this guy. But if you're going to sit here and make all of these, charge what you are worth. If it takes you 16 hours, if you are charging $15 an hour for your time, you better multiply that 15 times 16. And then add all your shipping. What was it again? It was shipping, your Etsy fees, all of those extras, your materials. Add that to your time, because that right there is what is going to make you you. There is no way someone is selling those for $20 on Etsy and making a profit off of it. Absolutely no way. This guy. I'm going to move on to this one real quick. I have the breakdown somewhere. Oh, on the floor over there. Huh. So it cost me about $119 to make this one. About the same, a few bucks more than the other one, but about $119. She's absolutely gorgeous. I'm not too happy with the feathers. I might change it up a little bit. But she is gorgeous. What would I sell that for? On my Etsy shop? This one? You better believe that she's going to be at least $205. And you can sit there and go, oh my goodness, are you insane? No, I am not insane. I am thinking logic here. It cost me $119 for these materials. If I sell this at $80 on Etsy, I think the most that I saw on Etsy was like $125. If it cost me $119 to buy all the materials for this, and the cost of it on Etsy is $125, what profit are you making? What are you paying yourself? Honestly. Now, this doesn't just go towards people making these. It could be anything. Hey, Mama, do me a favor. Go get me my pretty dress. My dress. You know I love that centerpiece. Careful with her. All right, so I found this beauty. I went over to the thrift store and I saw this lamp that I did not know was a lamp. I saw this shade, this gorgeous shade, and I thought, oh my goodness, I love that. I want that. And I asked the lady at the shop, at the thrift store, I was like, how much is it? It has no price tag. She was like, it goes with the lamp next to it. I looked at the lamp. I was like, do I have to buy the lamp? I want the shade. She sat there and told me, yes, you have to buy the lamp. So what did I do? I bought the lamp. $12.50. I bought the lamp because I wanted this. Made a bouquet out of it. Absolutely adore this thing. I want to say the flowers cost me maybe 80 bucks. So you figured about $100 for the materials. Guess what? When I open up my flower shop, because it is going to happen, she is going to be displayed in my flower shop. She is going to be displayed for approximately $250. Not because the materials cost me $100. Not because I'm doing materials times 3, because that's what a lot of crafters do. They go through the materials times 3. Well, guess what? If your materials cost you $20, but it took you 20 hours to build that project, what are you making? We're going to go back to that. What are you making? So you're selling this project at $60. You spent $20 on material. That's $40. You got to ship it. Let's say $10. That's $30. Take away your Etsy fee. That's $25. So you are profiting $25 on a 20-hour project. How much are you getting paid per hour? I'd love for someone to calculate that for me, because I don't have, my phone's dead somewhere because my 4-year-old killed it. But calculate that one for me. 20 hours, $25 is all you are profiting. Look, sunshine, I'm going to tell you this from the bottom of my heart. If you are going to sit there and make $2, $3 an hour making something like this, I suggest you go, here, can you take that, sweetie, please? I suggest you go to your local Giant, Safeway, Food Lion, Whole Foods, Publix, whatever shopping center, like whatever grocery store you have, you might as well get yourself a cashier job, because they'll get paid more than you do. And I hate to sit there and be blunt the way I am, but what are you worth? If a cashier can make $11 an hour, why can't you make $11 an hour crafting at home? Why are you only charging $60 for something that you should have charged $200 on? I used to crochet years ago, and I wish I had known what I knew now years ago, because I was making my crochet loveys and I was selling them for $19.99. $19.99. I was probably making $1 off of each lovey. And those take at least a few hours to make, depending on the details. What in the world was I thinking? If I had known back then what I know now, you better believe I would not have been charging $19.99 for a baby lovey. What are you worth? What is your time worth? And as a customer, what is your time worth? Is your time worth the frustration? I totally get saving money. Oh my goodness, I totally get saving money, and I'm going to hit the customers right now. Wanting to do DIYs and save yourself the money on your wedding and all of that stuff. But if I charge you $2,500, because that's approximately what I charge for bouquets and centerpieces and all of that, if I charge approximately $2,500 for your wedding, doesn't it take all the frustration off of you? The tears, the aggravation, the oh my goodness moments. Your wedding is supposed to be your time. Your time to be happy and to remember all the memories and to go out and buy that dress and find that dress and go, oh my goodness, this is it. This is the one I want. But you're too busy sitting here getting frustrated, making arrangements and making bouquets and trying to figure out. Look, I get it. If you can spend $500, $600, $700 on the flowers and do it yourself, go for it. But ask yourself, is it worth the heartache and the frustration? Is it worth it? Or can I leave that to somebody else? Yeah, you might spend 2-3 times the amount. Yeah, about 3 times the amount. Because I'd say I would buy about $800-900 worth of flowers for a wedding. Charge about $2,400 depending on the size of the wedding. So yeah, you spend 2-3 times the amount. But you're not making the trips to the stores. You're not communicating with the distributors. You're not frustrating yourself trying to figure it out. And the thing with flowers, if you go natural, okay, so the 800 was natural flowers. If you go natural, you have to get those 2 days before your wedding if you want them fresh. 2 days before the wedding, do you really want to spend the last 2 days that you have to prepare for your wedding stressing out over the flowers, stressing out how they're going to get there, whether they're going to survive or not? I wouldn't want to. I planned my own wedding. And let me tell you something. I was stressed out. I did everything to the T, everything. I set up a tent in my backyard. I set up a dance floor because we had a small backyard wedding. I did the arrangements. I catered the food. Well, got the food from the caterers, but I did everything. Come to think about it, I really don't remember my wedding day because I was so exhausted from everything I did that week or that last 2 weeks or however long it took me, because I really don't even remember how long that took me. I was so exhausted that I just wanted that day to be done. That's it. So, is it worth it, you stressing yourself out? Oh, I don't want to have a wedding planner. I don't want someone, charging me $800 just to make sure my day runs smoothly. Yes, you do. And I'm not saying it from someone that has absolutely no idea. Yes, you do. You want that help. You want to make sure everything's perfect. And that's why I said my videos are going to lean towards both aspects, towards the customers and towards the makers. This guy, yeah, I would sell him for $205 on my Etsy shop. Maybe after I figure out exactly what's missing from it, I will sell it for $205 on my Etsy shop. So, crafters, are you selling it for what it's worth? For what you are worth and your time? And towards the customers, is it worth your time and frustration to do this yourself and save yourself $80, $90? Or would you rather pay the $205 and do one of those box revealing videos if you want to, or you could have a party or something with your girlfriends, let's have a go. Oh my gosh, I got my bouquet. And that same excitement that you see on my face is going to be on your face. And you're not going to sit there and be all frustrated and upset because you went through all of this. Let someone else do it for you. Let someone get upset for you. If they mess up, because I'll tell you something, if I mess up a rose, I'm going to have to go to the store on my time, out of my pocket, and get the materials to fix it. So it'll be my frustration, not yours. So, to all my crafters out there, keep pushing forward. Not a lot of people, unfortunately, this world has gone to, let's go to Walmart. Let's go to Home Goods, Hobby Lobby. You know, they'll sit there and they will pay. Oh, man. Let's see. Jackie, I got something over there. Hold on 2 seconds. What do I have over there? I don't have any of the stuff that I paid for, do I? The little bouquets. Either which way, you will sit there. Customers, I was trying to find an example, and I know I got someone somewhere in this house. I got some. Customers will pay for 3-4 roses in a jar with a couple of greens. Actually, give me that stuff right there. Give me all those greens. Yep, and give me a few of those roses. Yeah, just grab a few. Toss them this way. I don't have a vase. Don't look too hard. They're all somewhere.
What's that one purple one with the flowers?
It's upstairs somewhere, but it's okay. So, these are just some scraps I have laying around. Ah, that's a big one. I got my clippers somewhere. No, they're in the room. It's all right. So imagine this is about half that size. We're going to bend it down. There you go. You'll go to Hobby Lobby. No, not that. I'm not trying to cut my finger off either. Oh. You'll go to Hobby Lobby and you'll see this in a vase. In a cute little white vase. Oh, there we go. I'll turn it sideways. You'll see this in a cute little white vase for $60, $80. It's insane. You can wait until it goes on sale, but I think their sales are what, like 20% off? They're really not much of a deal. So if you're spending $60 on a white vase with 1, 2, maybe 3 flowers, why can't you spend $120 on something a lot prettier? You know, people sit there and say shop local, shop, small businesses. But when we're sitting here trying to provide great customer service, quality stuff, better stuff, because I won't even pay $60 for a few roses stuck in a thingy. Nope. Only way you'll catch me with something like that is if I find it at Goodwill for $2 or $3. You better believe it, because I am not paying $60, $70, $80 for something that small. It's not happening. Nope. I'd rather sit there and spend double and get something a lot better. This is my other little guy. Oh, if I can get him out. And I haven't posted these yet. No one's seen any of these. So this is my first time showing them. This is my other little guy. Boop. There we go. Now you can see it. Isn't it cute? Believe this one's going to be up for about $120. Haven't quite figured it out exactly how much, but somewhere around there. You go to Hobby Lobby, let's say they make something like that. You better believe they're going to sell it for $200, $300. And people will buy it. You know why? Because it's Hobby Lobby. Creations by Jennifer. Who the heck is that? That's me. But nobody knows me. Everybody knows Hobby. Well, I can't say everybody because I just found out about Hobby Lobby after AC Moore shut down. I don't know if you guys remember AC Moore, if you even knew what an AC Moore was, but oh my goodness, I love that store. Actually, that's when I stopped crocheting, was when AC Moore shut down, because that was the best place to get your yarn. And you crocheters know it. Nothing compares to AC more. Back to this guy. He didn't take me a lot to make. I think I should have timed it. I think I took 3-4 hours to make this guy. So yeah, about $120. Something like that. So, back to my crafters. Charge what you're worth. You're not sure what to charge? Girl, you almost fell. Sorry. You're not sure what to charge? Time yourself. Don't forget to time your trip to the store. Don't forget to time your trip to wherever it is that you go. If you get your stuff at Dollar Tree. Yep, I'm pulling up Dollar Tree because I know a lot of you like doing DIYs from Dollar Tree. If you get your stuff from Dollar Tree, guess what? You're going to charge your $13 worth of materials. If it took you 5 hours to make, let's say $10 an hour just to save us the time. $50 plus your 13, that's 63, plus 10 for shipping, that's 73, plus your $5 Etsy fees and expenses. So you better be putting it up for $78, $79. That's just it. Because you are not going to get anywhere charging nothing or next to nothing. $205. Ooh, I knew there was something else I wanted to say. Those sales, you gotta love those sales, right? So this is to my crafters. Because I am one that I am guilty. I will go to the store. Oh my goodness, everything is on sale. And I walk out with about $200-$300 worth of stuff because it's on sale. How do you price your stuff? How are you going to price your stuff? Do you price it on your sale price? Or do you price it on the regular price? Let's say it was on sale 50% off. Remember, it cost me $28.50 including tax. So let's just round it to 30 because I don't feel like figuring stuff out. So it cost me $15 because I got it on half price, which hardly ever happens. But $15, okay? Absolutely cute. You're going to charge your $30. Not going to charge the $15. You're going to charge your $66 plus your $30. You might be wondering why. It's a quick sale. If I buy this from you, what did I say? This was $114. Let's just round it up to $120 for the sake of it. You sell it half off, $60. No, you can't even sell it like that. You'd have to sell it. What is it? $66 is for you, plus 14, 66, 76, 80, plus shipping 90. Okay, so you're really not saving a lot. Still going to come out to about $100. Add those $14. Because if I buy this from you at $114 and you have a sale next week, like you get your materials on sale next week, and I buy another one for $75, let's say you got a really good deal, $75, I come back to you in 3 weeks and go, what happened to your prices? I'm back to $114. You're gonna have some really upset customers. You got it on sale, you charge regular price. Period. That's what you charge. You do not sit there and give a discount. Oh, Emily saw your roses. She bought this bunch for her mom for Mother's Day. Let's just use that. 114 bucks. She comes to you next year. No, I'm sorry. It was flipped around. She bought this for Mother's Day on sale for 75 bucks because you got your materials dirt cheap for Mother's Day. So she was like, you know what? 75 bucks. I'll buy it for my mom. Guess who got engaged? And she comes contacting you again. I want 8 of these and 1 of these. She's already done calculated it. She already has a set budget of, let's say, 600 bucks. I'm not going to sit here and calculate it all because it's going to take too much time. What are you going to do then? Because you've done given her the discount price. She has already sat there and calculated and budgeted everything out for her wedding. So she is expecting her bouquets to be that price because that's what you sold it for. So you can either sit there and go, okay, I'm going to suck it up. It's going to be a loss because can you imagine 8 of these? Remember, it cost me 114 bucks. Granted, some of the materials I don't have to rebuy, but pretty much the $600 that she's going to give you is going to go towards the materials. If you're lucky enough for nothing to come out your pocket as well. That's why I say charge full price. Doesn't matter whether you got it on sale. If you got it on sale, you know what happens then? She paid full price for it. If you can get it on sale again, guess what? I say 50% off. One of them pays for 2. Because you charge full price. So now you go to the store and instead of getting 1 bouquet, you're getting 2. Those 2 turn into 4. Those 4 turn into 8. And now your store, your Etsy store, whatever it is that you're building, you've got so much of this because it's not coming out of your pocket. It didn't come out of your pocket. It came out of your 1 bouquet that you charged full price for, even though it was on sale. Use your brain. Think about it. These are really pretty. So for anyone that wants to sit here and just, even if it's just to, okay. If you have the materials already, go ahead and try it out. If all you have to buy are the dowels and the ribbon and you've got like the greenery and the baby's breath or stuff at home that you don't have to spend $114 to make, go ahead and try it out because these are really pretty. They're absolutely gorgeous. And like I said, like compared to that, I don't know if you can tell, but these are gorgeous. Compared to that, these are freaking gorgeous. So, if you got anything out of this video, it's stop charging. Hey, maybe it's my TV. I've been seeing a glare. We're going to shut that TV off. Charge what you're worth. Whoever is charging 20, 40, 60 bucks on Etsy for this, do me a favor and bring those prices up because you're not making anything for yourself. You're really not. You shouldn't have to struggle to make a profit in your business. We're not Dollar Tree here. It doesn't cost you 25 cents to make this so then you can sell it for $1.25. Would you rather make $66 off of one or have to sell 11 of them, making a profit of $6 each in order to get the $66? And like I said before, hon, if you're not going to be charging what you're worth, you might as well go to the grocery store or to look. I think the sheets down the street from me, they start at $15 an hour. You want to charge $15 an hour for your goods? Charge $15 an hour because that's what you're worth. You are not worth any less. All right. It is currently 1:38 in the morning here in Pennsylvania. I have, thank God, a day off tomorrow where I will be outside gardening because it's supposed to be 70 degrees. Huh, I know. Yes. So, I'm going to be making my garden beds tomorrow. Rain or shine, but ain't no rain. I don't think there's any rain. I didn't see any rain in the forecast, but you better believe I'm going to be outside, rain or shine, making my garden beds because 70 degrees, oof. After the 20s and 30s we've had, I am ready for 70. So, I'm going to leave you guys to thinking about what I said. I'm going to come back with another DIY. I haven't quite figured out which one, but I'm going to come back with another DIY. I'm going to break it down. I'm going to tell you how long it took me to make, the cost, everything. If you guys see a video out there that you want me to check out, go ahead and leave it in the comments. Like, oh my goodness, here's a DIY. Can you figure this one out for me? If you have any questions on what you should be charging on something, go ahead and shoot me a message or whatever. You can find me. My links are down below. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, here on YouTube. You can send me an email. creationsbyjennifer@gmail.com all together. What are you worth? I know I'm worth a lot more than $5 an hour for my creations. Think about it. And you guys have a great night.